Season
3.
Real Talk with Sergeant Cerrone.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Don't forget we got celebrity news,
We got it.
sports.
We got that too.
Oh, don't forget politics.
We trying to get sued? Nah, we talking about that too.
Your one-stop shop for everything entertainment.
So sit back, relax.
And enjoy the show.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I'm your boy Serge, and we also have Cerrone here. What's going on, Cerrone?
I'm good. How are you doing? How's everyone out there doing?
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We want to thank you definitely for last week, for joining last week's show. We had over I want to say 2,000 people
Yep.
at least look at our videos for even a couple of minutes if you did. But so for those 2,000 people who checked us out, we appreciate it.
Thank
We
you all.
can't do this show without you. And so thank you. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a couple of shout outs to first Fox Soul. They've been really cool. They've been sharing a lot of our content. They've been supportive. And so we want to thank you for that. Also want to thank Claudia Jordan from Fox Soul, TGIF. She's been supportive. Again, Al Reynolds. He's sharing our content and stuff. And so we really appreciate it. And we want to thank you. Cerrone, I understand you also want to give a shout out.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to T.S. Madison. Recently, she had shared one of her posts that included hers, but I want to thank her for supporting a small podcast like us. That means a really big deal to us. And you all at Fox Soul, we thank you for always sharing our content. That means a lot to us, so we have more visibility on what is going on in our world and showcasing us to the rest of the world. Also, I want to say, for those of you who don't know, I'm a United States Army recruiter, and I'm currently here in Harlem, New York, where that's my location for the next 3 years, where I'm recruiting out of. And if you would like to possibly change your life or go full-time or part-time, let me know, and you'll be able to choose your job. And there's a possibility you can get close to $50,000 for just joining in the United States Army. There's a lot of job options out there. Don't be scared. The Army has been good to me and so many others. And if you want to change your life, go ahead, DM me on Facebook or Instagram and get in contact with me, and let's get on this road together. You can be all you can be in the United States Army. So reach out to me if you are thinking about it or know anyone that is thinking about joining the United States Army. All right. Appreciate it.
All right, you better sell the Army.
Yes, that's my job.
I'm too old, so
I know, right? Too bad.
old. I can't do it. I'm too old. But so just check it out. Even if you're just curious, go look it up. And
Yes.
just let them know that Cerrone sent you. If you don't go to where Cerrone is located.
Yeah. And then again, you can always call me too. I can reach out to me. It doesn't matter if you're in Texas, California. It doesn't matter where you are. I can actually still put you in. So come on over. I got you.
For sure. Also, I want to let you know I am wearing again BU Wear. I got on my purple hoodie today. I can't show it because I can't pan the camera down. Just trust me, I can't pan the camera down. So take my word for it. On the purple BU hoodie. And so go check him out. He's on Instagram, BU Wear on Instagram. Check it out. I got him all colors. You see me, I'm always rocking them. And so go ahead and check them out. And so today's the show. The main part of the show today is going to be about reality TV. How has it affected us? Good, bad? What do you think? Who are your favorites? Are you even interested in reality television anymore? So we're going to discuss that a little bit later. But for now, we're going to jump into some hot topics. Go ahead, Cerrone.
Yes. So first is we're going to talk about the Oscar nominations. So as we all know, that the Oscar nominations came out this week. And on your screen are some notable ones. We have Sterling K. Brown. We have Coleman Domingo, Devon. And we have Daniel Brooks. And I can't remember the other guy's name. But these are the main ones that have been nominated for leading actress. No leading actress, supporting actress. and male lead actor. So hopefully, we at least get one, which I'm thinking that other person, Divine, from Oppenheimer, might actually get it. However, there were some snobs. My girl Fantasia wasn't even
Snub,
nominated at
Saran,
all. What's that?
snubs. You said snobs, snubs.
No, yes.
'Cause we definitely
She,
don't want to call
she
them snobs.
snobs. Yeah, she wasn't nominated at all.
Yeah,
Not even the the movie, the musical, I should say, Color Purple was even nominated at all.
yeah,
And a few others that would you would have expected. The Origin wasn't even nominated at all.
yeah,
So hopefully, one of those people and a few others do able to take home the Oscar. So I do know that I feel some type of way about it, but what can we do?
yeah.
We support our own.
Yeah. I was really shocked by. I was shocked by it, but then again, I wasn't shocked by it.
Mhm.
Back, when when it was like the horse and buggy days, when it was, they was running around with like, no, seriously, back in 1984 and 1985, the original Color Purple came out.
Mhm.
And it was a big deal. Steven Spielberg made it. We all know what it's about. However, when the Oscars rolled around, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not using notes today, I'm just using my brain. I believe they received 11 Oscar nominations, and they
Mhm.
won none that night. Out of 11, they won none that night,
Wow.
which was like insane. People talk about it to this day. And so for this new one to come out and you get like one nomination, you know what I'm saying, is kind of like still another slap in the face for the movie, because
Yeah.
be whether you liked it or not, because it's a musical level or whatever, the acting in it was amazing. Fantasia learned how to tap dance for the damn, like Taraji.
Yeah.
Taraji, like you didn't you're not used to seeing Taraji in that light. You know what I'm saying? Like with the singing,
Mhm.
dancing, and so like I just think they at least deserved. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Deserved a little bit more than clearly what they got, which was the
Yeah.
nomination. So, but if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken, to wrap this part up, if I'm not mistaken, I believe last year the Oscars. Am I wrong, Saran? I don't know if we can remember this off the top of our head. A lot of African American or brown people were nominated and received Oscars last year. Isn't that correct? I
Repeat
think
that, they did receive Oscars or didn't?
I think they did. I think last year a lot of brown people were nominated and won. In the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, because last year I remember saying to myself, "Ha, they went overboard this year, and next year they're not going to do anything." It's almost like
Last year, I can't remember who won Oscars last year for us. I don't
so.
remember.
So Icon G says a lot got nominated. I don't know if that was this year or last year. I think it was last year. I think a lot were
Okay.
nominated last year. And so I think again, what they do is they do this thing where they just like nominate a whole bunch of people, they throw a whole bunch of awards at us, and then the next year
Mhm.
they go back to like nothing.
Mm.
And here's where it gets tricky. Here's where this gets tricky, right? Because there are a lot of movies that come out, right?
Mhm. They are.
There are more, and you may eat me up for saying this. I'm just gonna say it because this is how I feel. There are more movies that come out that are like Oscar nominated type movies for white. Just gonna say it, non-brown people, white people, whatever. Of course,
Mhm.
they're in more movies. They get hired more. They're just
Yeah.
so. So in a way, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's kind of like not. It's weird, right? Because in one token, I want more black people, brown people to be nominated, but at the same time, they're just not giving us a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? To
Mhm.
nominate us for, right? You see what I'm going with it, and so
Mhm, mhm,
I guess
mhm.
it's kind of hard. I don't know. That's just how I feel about
Yeah,
it.
it
I
is.
don't think we get enough.
I
And so
agree. We
when
don't
we
get
do
enough.
get one good movie like The Color Purple, right? You want everybody to be nominated.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. John said Auntie Angela got snubbed last year. She did. She did. And that's why they made it up for this year when they gave her an honorary Oscar.
That fake Oscar. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? One more. And Harrison said last year when Michael B. Jordan said, "Hey, Auntie," was when she got snubbed.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That was before what's his name got canceled. What's his name?
Who
Um,
that?
the one who was running down the street from the white girl.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yes, Jonathan and Michael B. Jordan were on stage, and they
Mhm.
said it was both of them.
Yeah. But you know what? Go back to the color purple. I
Yeah,
think that lesbian scene is what probably they didn't like.
you think so?
I don't know. I think so too. Probably they're like, oh my God, two females
Considering,
kissing, but apparently they didn't read the book or saw the movie when it
yeah,
came out back in 1985. So
yeah.
that probably is could be a reason why they're like, oh my God, we're not gonna promote this lesbian thing. So it could
I
be.
mean, that was just like one part. I remember like a couple of weeks ago. What's his name? Little Bootsy, whatever the hell his name
Boozy,
is.
Boots,
Like,
whatever the name will be.
yeah, he did this. He did this whole online production saying he walked out of the movie when he saw them kiss or whatever case may be, and blah 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 blah. I that was like a small part of the movie,
Yes, it was. It was
right?
a
I mean,
small part.
and considering Brokeback Mountain 15, 20 years ago was like this
Mhm.
big Oscar nominated movie, I don't think they're gonna look at that one small part in The Color Purple and say, oh, you know what I mean? Like it's that would just be silly at this point.
Yeah,
Not
it
saying
would be.
and I don't know, but it just yeah, that would just be ridiculous.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay.
You
Well,
wanna read a couple of
it is
comments
what it
before
is.
we move on?
Yeah, yeah. Will, what's that?
No, I was saying you want to read a couple of the comments before we move
Oh
on.
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. And thank you all for commenting. We will love it. Go to this right here where Kelvin said it's Oprah. The industry will never let her win or anything that she's a part of.
I
Mm.
believe that, Kelvin. I believe that they don't like her because she kind of like took over. She got in that media space where
Mhm.
a black person wasn't able to get into of that caliber the way she got in. And she's a black
Mhm.
woman. I don't think they like that at all. And then she got her own network. They hate that. I can tell you, they can't stand it.
Yeah, she's like, you're the one that
Yeah,
got away.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on. And what is going on with Lil Nas? What's been going on with him? Is he gone too far with his
Little,
new music video?
we talking about Little Nas X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird how they are like taking names from our generation and recycling
Uh-huh.
them because right, I know Nas Illmatic. This whole Little Nas X thing, like, I'm still not able to get with this whole Little Nas X thing. It's just weird to me. Like that is like an icon name that you took, and like I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Although kudos to him. Listen, he's a brown boy who came in the industry, shook it up a little bit,
A little bit.
and listen, I'm not necessarily into his music. His type of music isn't my thing, but I can
Uh-huh.
still salute you. However, I think his antics are wearing off. I think people are kind of like are over like the shock value, that whole dancing with the devil and everything is on the cross. It's like, okay, like can we just make some good music? Because all of those antics now are becoming old. And so
Okay.
yeah, I think he needs to move on and do something else because what he's given, no one is receiving at this moment in terms of like the visuals with the everything is Christianity and the devil and this. It's like, come on, like move on.
Okay. So what type of music you want for him to start making now? Like love
It-
music,
no, no, no.
ballads.
It's not necessarily it's not necessarily the music I have a problem with. It's the antics overshadow the music. And so
Mm.
everyone talks about, oh, he was on a cross. Oh, he's twerking on the devil. They're not even talking about the music. They're talking about what he's doing. And that's a problem because your antics are not going to sell the records, right? People want to hear
No, it's
dope records.
not.
If they want to just see your antics, I'm just going to go to YouTube and watch your video for free. I don't have to download your music. And that's where the problem is. Like his last song flopped because You know what I'm saying? Like he was on a cross or doing whatever. Like it's too much. He needs to move on. It's not
Mhm.
wearing well, and yeah, he's gonna need to do something different. In my
Okay.
opinion, I don't know. Y'all might like him in the comments. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you guys like him.
Okay. Okay. So for me, for Little Nas, it's a hit or miss. He doesn't do it for me musically, I should say that. But it's good to see him represent a sector of the LGBT community that has not been seen. So I think that's where he comes into play. But so he's good for highlighting things that were once taboo, but
Yeah,
musically, I would love for him to just get rid of so much of the visual stuff and just
yeah,
like I don't know, just be I don't know, just not my cup of tea per se.
yeah. No, no, no. I agree with you 100%. What are they
Yeah.
saying in the comments about Little
Let
Nas?
me see what they're saying in the comments. Kelvin said, outside of his antics, his visuals, his music is good. Madonna is an icon now. Question for you, Kelvin, and others: do you think the next 10 years from now that Lil Nas X will be an icon? Is he on the road to being an icon? That's for question for those in the comments. John said Lil Nas X's music just ain't good, and they aren't the black gays. uh, well, I'm sure if you go to the clubs, you're gonna hear his music, and they love it. I guess they love it. I'm gonna one more. It's a no for me, but for what he's representing, though, the music is suffering. Yeah. Hmm. And can we please have a game as you have Coleman Domingo now. You know, he's now nominated for an Oscar, and he did that really good movie Rustin. So hopefully that will come out really good. Yes. All righty.
What
Um.
what what is
All right.
Ernest?
So what is going on with Diddy? Like so much stuff is happening to Diddy right now. Like he's been dropped from the Ciroc thing, the whole liquor thing, and pretty soon all the labels, sorry, not labels, entities are going to start dropping him. Like, do you think this is a sign of what is supposed to or is to come?
His career is done. Diddy's done. Um, it's sad, Diddy. It is weird because all of I don't want to say childhood, all of my young adulthood, like music geniuses are like going down the tube. R. Kelly, like Diddy, like it's insane to me that when now I hear that music or I hear the music, I kind of like cringe a little bit. It's like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you turn it up and then you get to a light and then like people pull up, you like turn it down. It's like, damn, I can't be listening to R. Kelly in a car, right? Right? And so it's like messed up. But to go back,
uh,
yeah, Diddy career is pretty much done. I don't. The problem with Diddy is like he was already at the end of his career,
hmm.
and so he didn't have anywhere to go anyway. So this pretty much affects his legacy and
Okay, that's
any
true.
and just anything else that he just wanted to do, in his twilight golden years, I would say, right? It's kind of like
Hmm.
it's done. Um, one of the things, this is weird, right? Because R. Kelly is in prison for what he did, right? Okay,
Hmm.
Diddy isn't. But hear me out with this real quick. What Diddy did, I think, hit the community harder than what R. Kelly did. Although, but what R. Kelly did was way worse in terms of what he was doing to like underage girls.
Hmm.
What Diddy? The problem with Diddy is he did that. That happened to someone we knew. We knew Cassie. We know Cassie. We you know what I'm saying? the
Hmm.
the girls, and I'm not by any stretch of imagination saying that the young women who R. Kelly did those awful things to weren't important or weren't anything like that, but we didn't know those girls, right? They flashed on our screens for a second and that was it. So when we left, we were like, oh, that's awful what he did to them. We moved on. We don't know them. we knew Cassie, so it hit us different. Like, damn, he did that to Cassie. Oh man, like hot Cassie. You know what I mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
it sticks in your mind, in my opinion, a little differently than the young women who R. Kelly did those awful things, minus Leah, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
other women, again, we didn't know. So I think what Diddy did hit the community differently because of who Cassie was.
Okay.
If you agree, disagree, let us know in the comments. But that's just how I feel about it. And so I think that's why, for me, I say Diddy's career is kind of like done. And you haven't had any of his friends come out and say anything. No, Mary, no, nobody. Like, you haven't heard
Faith.
anybody come out and say anything. Where's Young Miami? She was talking about her daddy this, her whatever. You have not nothing. And
uh
I think that's the sign that he's pretty much done.
okay, okay. Well, for me, but before we go to the comments, I like his career was already dwindling, and he's at a part of his career now where he's getting honored, for the work that he's done, and he was now being looked at somebody to look up to as a mentor. But now all that legacy is now tarnished by all of these allegations and everything. Well, it's not been proven as yet in the court of law, so we got to say it's allegation until we do our thing. But I think now it's being tarnished, like all the good things that he's done, from now it's just being tarnished. So hopefully he will just sit down somewhere and just figure out life, and hopefully he doesn't get in prison to go be cellmate with R. Kelly. So that's all I can say. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so all right. So we're gonna need for you to unmute your mic. And while you do that, we're gonna check out the welcome back. Now we're gonna check out the comment section. Ernest said Diddy's definitely done. I agree. Part of me hates to see this because he was a part of my music upbringing. Then the other part of me can't stand to see him here. Exactly, Ernest. Like we grew up with Diddy, all the music, Bad Boy. The dance and the what I'm saying. Like Diddy was the guy that gives you a good solid joint that you could rock to in the car. But now you're like, should I be doing rocking to his music? It's like how it feels weird me singing a R. Kelly song. It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's kind of weird, But definitely agree with you, Ernest. Let's see what Mr. Harrison said. See what he's never understood that you're only going to let you get it this good if they want to let you get it. He has very bad business sense and he's paying out his personal life now. So many things can happen. It's done. So he's exposed. So now you got to sit in that ish. Yes. Because what he's also doing that I didn't know, that he recently started giving back these people their masters, you know. So
But
apparently he was collecting money on them after all these years. And now he's giving them, like, I'm not in the business, so I don't know, but shouldn't that automatically be done that way? Or you got to buy your masters back?
here's the thing, Saron, and we talked about this behind the scenes, right? I think he knew what was coming down the pike because one of his artists, I think, what was her name? Gabrielle, what's her name? Gabriella I don't know because I didn't follow that particular group from him. Danity,
Mm-hmm.
Danity Kane.
Okay.
She was one of the ones who was offered her master's back and she declined it. And she went on record to say the reason why she declined it is because everybody who got their master's and who signed for it also had to sign an NDA that they could not speak about anything that happened with Bad Boy Puffy, his mom, the kids, nothing. And so if any of them had any grievances with him, now they can't even talk. And she was saying how because he's already made all of the money off of the masters now, that now everything has turned to streaming and you can what is it, you can get like 1 billion in streams and make like $47,000 off a billion streams, like that's no money, right? So it's like he milked it for everything that he could get, and now he wants to turn it over for their silence.
Wow. Wow, I didn't know that part. I didn't
Yeah,
know that part at
they
all.
all had to sign NDAs, but she didn't. She was one. I don't know how many of them did, but she didn't sign the NDA, and that's because again, I think he saw what was coming down
Okay.
potentially. Like, whoa, like things could come back and bite me now, so I need to try and hush as many people
Hmm.
up as I can.
Okay. Okay. So Holyfield, one of my battles there that I was in when I met him when I was at Fort Hood in the army, said Diddy has always said weird stuff on songs, so it didn't surprise me much. Hmm,
Yeah.
got a point there. Yeah, because sometimes some of these words are just like hidden in the song, so you really don't see it, like hear it, and like was he really saying that stuff? Just like R.
Wait,
Kelly was
wait,
saying, like age ain't nothing but a number, and when you have Aaliyah who was underage in the damn background, like,
no,
huh?
no, we're getting off topic, right? Anybody, because I know there's people in it. I know there's people up here who are my age. Aaron Hall, that song "Don't Be Afraid." Do you guys remember the lyrics to that song? You can yell and you can scream. That only makes him like, I can't say it was we on live, but like if
Uh,
you go back and listen to the words on that song, it really legit sounds like he's SA in her because we can't say that
yeah.
word, but you figure it out. But go back and listen to that song. When I listen to this, it's called Don't Be Afraid. Like I'm not even kidding.
Mm-mm-mm.
When you listen to that song, you'll be like, wait, what? And I was like, it's like it's embarrassing, but yeah. But
That's
to
why
your point,
nowadays you really got to listen to the music that is being put out, because you have so many hidden messages that are embedded
yeah,
in these songs.
you like
You know.
gloss over it because you're like thumping to the beat. But when you go back and you
Uh-huh.
listen to those lyrics, you're like, wait a minute, did he just really say that? Like
Uh-huh. He
what were we
did.
talking about?
He did. He did.
Yeah,
Let's go back to the comments. So Tia said, and his artists were so good. Yes, he typically has really solid artists, but in the end, he messes them over so that he
yeah,
could get ahead.
yeah.
Um, and Tiffany said, yes, there's a Aubrey O'Day. Yes, I remember that name. Let's do one more. And then he said a lot of label owners do this, but a lot of them never give out the masters because they make money off of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, good to know. Let's go to one more here. Um, go ahead, Harrison. He said it only makes me.
That's what he said. That's the word I wouldn't say, but that's what he said in the song. When he said you can yell and you can scream, then he said
Uh-huh.
that afterwards. So he's pretty much saying someone yelling and screaming. Like I'm like I don't know. It's something about that's not like as I'm older,
Really?
it's not sitting right in my spirit.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't pay that any mind, but now I'm like, wait a minute, like 2 + 2 = wait, what? What are we talking about? Like,
Ah.
yeah, and so
Yes. Like literally, a while ago, I had to stop when I was reading. I'm like, did he just? Did he
that's
just say
literally
that?
what he said in the song. After saying you can yell and you can scream, that only makes me blank blank. I'm like, wait, what? What are we talking about?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, so again, moving on though, I again I don't think I don't want to say his career is done because you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have some people who's gonna support Diddy no matter what. Like they're
Correct.
gonna rock with him. Like there's some people who still rock with R. Kelly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of him doing anything now after the fact, I don't think it's gonna fly. I think people are gonna run from him like crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna take a little mini break, and we're gonna go over to something that one of my favorite things to do is would you rather, or would you rather, what would you do, or would you rather? So for those of you who don't know, this game is where we act. He has no idea what I'm going to ask, and y'all just go in the comments and just tell me what you do. So would you rather, very simple, very simple today. So would you rather to have a personal maid or a personal chef?
This is gonna be so bad.
So for those of you, let me repeat one more time. Just go ahead, just type in the comments and just let me know what you would rather. So would you rather to have a personal maid or a personal
Okay.
chef?
So,
Simple.
so, um, so I'm just saying this: housekeeper or chef?
Yeah, a
Housekeeper.
personal
I
maid,
mean,
the one
no,
that comes
yeah,
around, cleans,
yeah, yeah. So,
all of
we
that
want to
stuff,
call we want
or
to
you
call
have a
them
chef.
housekeepers. We want to call them housekeepers. And so, um,
Okay.
oh, oh God, straight up real talk. So it's real talk. I already have a housekeeper, and so I'm going to say a chef.
Okay. Okay.
I,
Now let's say that you didn't have that and you had to choose from the two. Which would
yeah.
you choose? What would be your first one?
I'm probably going to say a chef. I don't. This is the weird thing about me. Um, I don't like thinking about food. Like I don't sit around and be like, "Ooh, what I'm gonna have for dinner later." Like I don't.
Okay.
I don't even like because when I think about cooking or think about food, it makes me not even hungry anymore. I'm like, I don't even want to think about it. And so I, I would love to just wake up in the morning and smell like bacon or sausage and eggs, and not like I
Mm-hmm.
don't even ask me what I want. Just make oatmeal, eggs, bacon, dinner. Don't ask me what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a list in the beginning of things that I don't eat, and you just cook it. Like I don't want to. I don't
Okay.
want to think. I don't like thinking about food like that. I don't. And so, like, if I could afford a chef, chefs are way more expensive than housekeepers, and so yeah, I would definitely do a chef all day, every day, because I think you get more value out of a chef because
Okay.
it's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, like everything is all day, every day.
Okay. All right. So for me, I would, if anybody that knows me will know that I would definitely prefer a chef over a house maid or someone that
Housekeeper,
comes to clean a housekeeper. I'll definitely do chef just like you, which is very rare that we agree on these
right?
things. But I would definitely say yeah. Once I tell you what I don't necessarily like, by all means do your thing. Like
Yeah,
if I have friends who are coming over to stay with me and I know that they're cooked, I said, by all means, my kitchen is
yeah,
open.
yeah,
Do your thing.
yeah.
I won't stop you. If you need something, let me know. I go to the store and I'll get it. But I
Yeah.
would definitely choose a personal chef anytime because for me, cooking just takes a whole lot.
Yeah, it really does.
It really takes a whole lot, and you have to think about it. And I don't have the patience to stand in the kitchen to cook.
No. Yeah.
Sometimes I do though, but not all the time.
I do want
So
to say shout out to my housekeeper. No disrespect. You're amazing. You're great. Couldn't live without you. Wouldn't trade you for the world. Just want to throw that out there. You know who you are.
Mhm.
You're amazing. Just want to throw that out there before she's like, wait, what? Like you want a chef?
I know. Right? Okay, so we're gonna go to the comments and see what they will say. So Harrison said he would definitely choose a chef. Um, Wood says a chef. I think a lot of people are saying chefs. Harrison said I can clean up after myself, so we definitely do the chef. Tiffany definitely said personal chef, and my buddy Jonathan says a personal chef all day. I agree. Okay, we have one
I can
who
cook.
is different. Kelvin said I can cook. Definitely a housekeeper. A chef. John said a chef. Cook me constantly healthy food. I agree. I agree.
Hell
I
no. I'm gonna
totally
have a
agree.
chef and I'm gonna eat carrots and healthy food. Oh, hell
Tia said, "Mate, I'm extremely busy. However, I love to cook.
no. Okay.
Cooking calms me. That is really good. You're one of the very
All right.
few."
Tia says she loves to cook. Well, that's true because I'm always looking at Tia food, and she like her. If you like, go look at Tia because Tia posts what she cooks. I feel gonna be like,
Uh-huh.
damn, that look.
Okay,
Tavara too.
Tavares.
Tavara can also cook her butt off too, and Elise can cook. A lot of y'all in here can cook. Damn,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the one to actually cook, you know what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying? But I love to eat
I
though.
can cook. I can cook. I don't like to cook. I don't like
Same
touching.
here too.
I don't like
Same here
touching
too.
raw food. I don't like touching the meat and all that. I don't like touching any of that stuff. To me, it grosses me out. Like I don't want to
For
eat
me,
any of
I don't have an issue with that. Like if anybody that knows me, one of my favorite things to cook is what is it called? Curry chicken. Like I can cook out my eyes closed. People always say, "Oh my god, cook some food." And if I put my mind to it and season some stuff, it will come out on point though. But I don't have the time and the energy, and it takes a lot.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
yeah.
You know, I will definitely cut some fruits up and I'll juice it, and I'll be good with that. No,
Yeah.
that takes less.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's move on
Let's get in
to
let's get into the main topic, which is reality TV. Because
yes,
I want to talk about this
reality.
because we're gonna need to spend some time on this reality TV.
Yes,
Reality
definitely,
TV
definitely,
has been
definitely.
around. Reality TV, I think, has been around, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I think reality TV has been around since about 1991 or 1992, I believe.
Yep,
I think the Real World started it.
it
Um,
did. It
and
did.
if I'm not mistaken, the only person I remember from that original cast was the rapper Heather B, who I know now she's a radio personality on a radio
Okay.
station. I don't know which one. I think maybe Philly. Shout out to Heather B. But yeah, MTV Real World. I didn't watch it. I actually didn't watch it until season 2 when Tammy Roman came on. And what is that whole
Mm,
incident when the other black guy like pulled the towel off of her? And I think that moment right there like ignited reality TV. That moment right there ignited reality TV as we know it. Because everyone talked about the incident where they like where I can't think of what his name is, but he pulled Tammy, had just got out of the shower, and they were talking or whatever. I forgot what happened. But anyway,
mhm.
he was kind of pulled the towel off of her and she kind of fell. And then she was initially laughing about it, but I think it turned serious somewhere along the line. And it just became this thing and they kicked them out the house, whatever the case may be. But I think that's where reality TV kind of like shifted into like this whole drama thing. It was
Okay.
no longer like, oh, let's just, it's like fun reality. It became, oh, look, this was a hit. Everyone talked about this. So we need more moments like this.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say one of my favorites growing up was this right here, Pimp My
Pimp
Ride.
My Ride.
Like I used to, I think it either came on VH1 or MTV, which
Yeah.
I forgot which one it actually came
I
on.
believe it was MTV.
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 But when I tell you like this right here, I used to sit and watch, and it was like so on point. And then I started like, you know what? I want my car to have that. Because growing up, I was like a big car fan. But Pimp My
Yeah.
Ride
Yeah.
definitely let me see
Yeah.
what technology could do in a car. But that was
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones. I was mad when it actually came off
Yeah.
the air. But I guess they didn't pay Exhibit enough money.
They
So
didn't
he
pay. They
said,
didn't pay him. He bounced.
deuces.
Around that time, the only reality show I was watching, back that was before the Kardashians, the Osbournes. I was watching MTV Cribs. A lot of people don't know, but that was a reality show.
Really?
Yes,
I
MTV
thought that
Cribs
was
was
just
a
a regular
reality.
TV show.
No, it was a reality show. The funny thing about um, MTV Cribs is that most of those scenes were fake. A lot of those people, the celebrities who were showing houses, it weren't even their homes. They were like rental
Really?
properties. It was rental properties, their friends' homes. Like it was just insane how years later a lot of them admitted that wasn't my house. Why do you think I was walking around and I was like, I didn't even know where stuff was. It wasn't my house. But
Wow.
MTV knew it.
But it was just for the optics.
And this is what and this is what is going to lead into the bigger thing of how, like I said,
Mhm.
reality TV turned into not really being reality TV. It became
It's a
like this
state.
scripted it became like this scripted thing. Kelvin, I don't
Mhm.
remember the Redman episode of MTV Cribs. I got to go back and look it up. But that's when, to me, now reality shows are very much high scripted.
Mhm.
You can kind of tell that they're scripted. Um, and that, for me, there are a lot of reality shows that I still do watch. I think someone said "Caught in the Act," which is it's funny. That's Tammy Roman's new show, which is
Mhm.
funny as hell. She's like catching people cheating in the act is funny as hell. Y'all got to go watch that show. It's funny because she's
Okay.
funny. I still watch. Of course, everyone knows I watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, not DC. I watch
Uh-huh.
Huntsville. Also, shout out to DC. You know, I stopped watching it when Monique left. Um, what I watch.
What about Housewives of Atlanta?
I'm not feeling Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not a big Marlo Hampton fan, and so
Okay.
I can't rock with it. Like I can't. Like I'll watch clips online, but I can't do that. Nah.
Hmm.
Yeah. While
So this is
Marlo's
my
there,
thing. This is my thing with Housewives. Sorry, not Housewives. Reality
yeah,
TV. They forget that when the cameras are off, they have to go back to reality, their
yeah,
reality.
yeah,
They're presenting a reality that is not real. You know,
yes,
when you see these reality people in person, you're like, they're regular people, just like you
yeah,
and I. You know what I'm saying? They some of them even look poor, some of them look kind of look raggedy, you know, but they just look regular, and they are literally selling themselves just to make a buck,
yeah,
you know, so they can get endorsement. But
yeah,
and people try to mirror their lives after these people, when in reality these people are absolutely nothing like that. In real life they're just doing it
yeah,
because it's scripted, and they have to come up with these storylines so they
yeah,
can seem interested, get married,
yeah.
get pregnant, or be in a fight. And especially those on the Zeus network.
Baddies. Now, now, Sarone,
Go
Sarone,
ahead.
bring it down. We gotta bring it down. We gotta bring it down when it comes to the Zeus Network. Now, you heard? We gotta break it down. I just wish the Zeus Network would have more positive content to balance out the baddies and the Jocelyn's cabaret. You know, it's fun to see the ratchetness and them fighting the Christians and the Scarfaces, the ETs and
Mhm.
the Tatsikis. And I'm mad I know all of these girls' names, but I'm mad I know all their names. I don't even watch the show.
Mhm.
But you see all of their clips on Instagram all of the time. So I literally know all of their names and clips. But you know, it's funny to see them. I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's funny to see them fight whatever it comes up with the big knots on their head. It's like, okay, fine. But
Mhm.
where's the positive stuff to balance that out? And so that's my issue with the network. I just want some
Some
balance. Yes, we
positive.
love to see Ratchet. We love to see some of us love to see fighting, but where's like the balance? Like I'm gonna need to see some positive stuff as well. But what I really wanted to discuss regarding reality TV is: do you think reality TV is giving us a warped sense of conflict and resolution? For instance,
Mm.
right? For instance, is it me or does it feel like now, not even on TV, it just seems like everybody is trying to have a moment. It's almost like they're out with their friends, something happened, and then it turns into a big production as if cameras were there, right? It's almost like in friend groups, not even on reality shows, everyone is trying to be like, I'm the Nene of the group. I'm the Cynthia Bailey. I'm the this person. And it's almost like their lives proceed as if they're on a reality show with like this drama that I'm gonna
Mhm.
read you. And I'm just sometimes looking like, is this real? Like, are y'all like this is how y'all really are? Like, and like it's weird. I just look at it like, are y'all getting this from reality TV? Right. And so that's just what I was wondering if anyone else sees that. Like, are people modeling their daily lives as if they're in a reality TV show? It's just, I don't know. So, again, some of it is just weird to me. You say one thing, they fly off the handle, they're making a big scene. And I'm just like, wait, what is going on? Like, is this real? Like, it's being recorded.
Mm.
It's insane to
I
me.
don't know. I don't know. All I know is that they need to think, because when the cameras are off, their reputation is going to be on the line.
Yeah.
You know, their legacy for their kids.
Yeah.
Um, you know, especially if you get caught doing the wrong thing, and if you have a child, you know, if you have a sex tape out there and it's
Yeah.
showcased on, you know, for reality to see, that will definitely do damage to your reputation and your livelihood. So you have to be careful not be caught up in this glamorous life. Like,
but it's not
These
even
people,
glamour.
these
Like, it's
these
not even
these,
glamour.
these networks want to make money, and they're gonna make money off of you. So pretty
Yeah,
much, you're just a modern day slave.
yeah. And like Tia just said, she's talking about Krishan and Blueface. They are everywhere, everywhere. If Krishan farts, they post that you're laughing, but I'm serious. It
I
is
need to
like
see who this Krishan is.
it is so weird. She's the one. She's the one with the missing tooth. Well, I think she fixed it now, but every now and then she'll pop out the damn tooth. It's weird, but
Mm,
weird. But they are everywhere, and it's the weirdest thing. And I've come to the realization that
mm-hmm,
they are playing everybody.
mm.
This back and forth that they do. Oh, that's not my baby. That's your baby. I hate you. Don't talk to me. You this. And then the next minute they're together. I've come to the realization that they are playing it up for the cameras. It is all a play and it's working because every 5 minutes they are posted everywhere. And I'm like, they're literally known for, again, going back to Little Nas X, they're known for antics. And it's just insane to me. Like this, like, and I hate to say it, but I'm because I'm gonna sound like the old uncle, but you literally don't have to have any talent. You don't have to have any talent. You just have to catch on to something, and that's just it nowadays, right? Before you had to have talent to make it big, to like get on the Grammy stage, to like be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have that anymore. You just have to be it. You just have to be it.
But I agree what you're saying. But in today's world, when it comes on to reality and social media, the networks are the one who has the bag, who has the money. In order for you to get some of that money, whatever it's from, you have to follow their rules. You have to create content that people need to turn their television on to see all day, every day. Or if not, the network doesn't make any money, which means you're not going to get paid, which means your lavish lifestyle is not going to be catered for. So what do they do? Go get a regular 9 to 5 job?
Yes.
Or if not, you can come and I'll put you in the army.
You better plug the army. No,
Hey,
I just feel like if you are true to yourself and you got a good thing, I don't think you need to be on TV fighting again. Listen, and I'm not even trying to be, I've gotten asked to do this was back in the day too. I was asked to do a reality show back in the day.
mhm.
Right. And I was like, oh, cool, this is gonna be exciting. It's gonna be cool. Somebody was talking to me, and so I was like, cool, it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna show my life. It literally turned into, before we even started filming, like, okay, what are we gonna do for drama? And this is when no, seriously, and this was when I lived in Atlanta in like 2012, 2013. It was like, okay, for drama, what are we gonna do? Because we need to do drama. I'm like, I don't do drama. And I'm like, no, 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 but we have to play for the camera. I'm like, no, I'm not playing for the camera. I'm not doing that. I'm not
That's
doing
weird.
that, right? And so I just don't understand. I guess people do what they gotta do to get where they want to be. I'm just not doing it that way. I think if you authentic and you just good at something, you have
Mhm.
something. You look at Tabitha Brown. Who would have ever thought Tabitha Brown, who, hey sweetie, like, you know
I
what I mean?
know,
Like,
right? I love her.
I think, no, I love her too. But what I'm saying is, back in the day when you used to see her online, because she started out as like a regular lady, she started as a nice lady online. Hey, baby, like, you know what I mean? Not even being
Mhm.
funny. And now all of a sudden she got her own shows and stuff. Why? But she was authentic. Like, she didn't like change up, and people, she found a niche. Like, people, she found, people who like that, and it worked for her. And so you don't got to get on TV and be fighting and carrying on to like catch on. You just got to find something and
Yeah,
do
I
something.
agree. I agree. All right, let's take a bit. I just go to the comment section for a little bit. Let's go over to Jonathan. He said it's unfortunate that most of these networks profit off the negative stereotypes for ratings, which they'd invest in more in wholesome content. Yes, because that's how they make their money,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
figure out, say, hey, we can exploit this person to get more money, more ratings from the network. So
for sure.
sad, but it's true. Let's go back up right here. Um, Let's see what Harrison said. They don't care about their legacy or the children. It's about the money here and now. That's right. And they're not thinking about the future. Because
Yeah.
one day you're not going to be the next hot thing. You're going to be the past. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Look at
Yeah.
all those reality, the Jersey Shore. All those people are like old, and according to the network, they're past.
Hold on. Well, a lot of the Jersey Shore people, they still got money. They're still working on MTV now. They doing those Jersey Shore reunions and all the other
But
stuff.
then again, there's back then it was a big thing.
Yeah.
When I say big, it was massive.
Yeah.
Now it's like if you're not into reality shows like that on MTV VH1,
Yeah.
you're not going to pay any attention. But back then, you couldn't go to the grocery store, you
Yeah.
couldn't go anywhere and not hear about Jersey Shore. We call it the one with Tyra Banks,
Next
America's
top
Next Top
model.
Model.
Next top
You
model.
know, all of those shows, Pimp My Ride, The Real World, Survivor, all of you couldn't go anywhere and not hear about them. But hey,
The other
go
thing
make
about
money.
that too, Sarone, is that I guess people have to remember and think about like all of those shows are gonna age out. Those are the shows that we watched when we were this age or that age. As we're getting
Mhm.
older, a lot of us are not interested in like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They're not going to keep 3, 4, 5 million viewers in their prime because we are now aged out, and the generation behind us aren't really watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta or any of those type of shows that we watch. And so, of course, the
Mhm.
numbers are going to go down. It's different. It's different age group now, right? And so
You have
it's
to
like
find
music.
something that caters to this market.
Yes, it's the same thing like music. Like they always say, oh, the older artists, they don't sell. No, because a lot of us aren't going to go out there and buy those CDs like we did when we were 20 and 30. We're just not going to do it in our late 40s and late 50s. Most of us, I'm not saying all. And
Correct,
so
correct.
that's unfortunately, that's just what happens. But I also really quickly too, before we want to talk about the reality shows and how now that we've come accustomed to watching reality shows and how they work, like to me, they're not even reality anymore. For instance, if I have an issue with somebody, I'm not going to lunch and sitting next to you. I'm just not doing it. That's not reality, right? But I also understand that if for a show to work, two people who don't like each other have to get together. But now when I watch it because I'm aware, I'm like,
Mhm.
that never happened in real life.
Mm.
Who's gonna go and have lunch or go to someone's wedding or anything like that and you got beef? It doesn't make sense when you catch on. And I think I'm at a point now where I've caught on to it. Like I can see when something is like overproduced. Like somebody can be
Mhm.
sitting there and then all of a sudden you've watched shows plenty of times when all of a sudden your favorite would just do something crazy out of it. And you're like, why would she say that? Because the producers made her say it. That's why
Mhm.
when you like, I don't know why she never says anything like that. The producers forced them to say it, right? And so when you sit back and you think about it, they're just kind of like a lot of them now for me are unwatchable. But there are
Mhm.
some like again, Love and Marriage Huntsville. You can see the realness. You can see it raw. You can see I don't like you. I'm here at this event, but I'm not even going to pretend to like you. You stay over there, don't talk to me, type
You
of
know
thing,
what? I'm
right?
actually going to pay attention to that because I've seen it advertised, but I've never really paid attention to it. So I'm actually going to
Yeah,
check it out. I'm going to
yeah,
check a couple more of the comments, but I want for y'all to participate a little bit with us. Tell us some of your favorite reality TV shows. I don't care if it's from. Did they have reality TV shows like back in the
yeah.
70s?
Did it? I
Did they
don't think they
have?
had reality TV shows back in the 70s.
So it started like in the late 80s to the early 90s,
I think reality TV started in the 90s.
the mid 90s, right?
Like, 1992, I believe, is when the first Real World came out. And I
Okay.
believe
All
that
right.
was
So
the
tell us
first
some of your
reality show.
favorite reality TV shows, and we'll just put you up on screen. But in the meantime, Harrison said Jersey Shore grew up though, and now are responsible and more mature. They're not. They're not still fighting and getting drunk. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
But is
What John
anybody
said.
interested in that, though?
Older women watch Housewives the most.
So, John, you watch Housewives?
I'm about to ask you that.
That's right. Making the Band, Hell's Kitchen. That's right. I forgot. All of those are considered reality
Yes.
TV shows.
Star Search.
Star
Yes.
Search. I guess Star Search could be considered a reality show.
Really? Isn't Star Search just like The Voice or
Or is
American
it like
Idol?
a game? Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like lines are blurred now when it comes to reality shows.
Mm.
Because I would put, for instance, like America's Next Top Model to me, I wouldn't define that as a reality show. That's more like a competition show to me.
But there's a little bit of reality that's stuck in there, though. How,
Yeah, I know.
and especially what when Tyra said, "I have two cards in my hand."
Oh God. The way they eat that show up now, Cerrone, is funny. Like when they go back and they do like mock versions of it, I'll be hollering. It's funny. And so quickly, Cerrone,
Okay.
your 3 top favorite reality TV shows of all time. And people
For
in the
me,
comments, drop down and put your favorite, just one, your
okay,
favorite reality show of all time. Cerrone, what's your top 3
of all times,
of all time?
I would probably say because it's hilarious. I'm gonna say flavor, like Flavor of Love.
Okay.
Because it's hilarious. It wasn't, it's up there. I had others. Yeah. What
Okay.
was yours before I go to the comments?
Well, I'm doing 3.
Okay.
So my favorite 3 of all time is going to be Mob Wives.
Ooh.
I love, when Mob Wives went up, when Big Ange died, that used to be my show. Drita, Karen, like
heavy
that
voice.
show was real. That show, like you could see that show was real, period. Like, so Mob Wives, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish, around there.
Mm-hmm.
And Basketball Wives Miami, the original Basketball Wives Miami.
Is that the one with Tammy?
Tammy, Evelyn, Jennifer, Shawnee,
Yes.
Royce, my girl Royce. Shout out to Royce. Holla at you. Those 3 are my favorite. Those 3 right there for me were like, yeah, I was glued to the TV. But right now my favorite is of course Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to Carlos King and Melody Cherie.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the comments. Kelvin said Hell's Kitchen, Master Chef, Top Chef. Harrison said Mob Wives. Jonathan says Flavor of Love. Big Brother.
Big Brother. Forgot about Big Brother.
I forgot about them too. Real World.
Tia and Kevin, which Real World?
Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this one, Making the Band.
Making the Band. Oh, Diddy. Yeah, no, sorry.
This right here, I used to stay up to watch this. I remember Diddy had them go out in the streets.
That's what I was about to say. When he made them walk to the Cheesecake Factory, I never watched that show again. I never watched that show again. I'm not even kidding. I never watched it again.
It's just crazy to me. But it's coming to the end where we got to say goodbye. I appreciate you all for joining us tonight. If you haven't subscribed to us, go ahead on Facebook and Instagram. Just go ahead and give us a subscribe to us.
Also,
like us.
really quickly, you guys, if you have time, drop down in the comments and let us know what we should discuss next week. We're always open to your suggestions. So let us know what you guys want to talk about, because of course you guys also are co-hosts. You guys make the show.
Yes.
The show wouldn't be what it is if we couldn't go back and forth. And so drop down in the comments, let us know what you guys want to talk about, or just hit us up on our Facebook page and Messenger and let us know, some good topics.
Yes, please do. And thank you all. And you can also catch us on YouTube as well, Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify as well. So, yes, definitely go check us out there. And so I thank you all. Oh, and as usual, I got to put my drop. If you want to join the army, I got you, or anyone that you know.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because
Also,
this
go check
weekend,
out.
yeah,
Sorry. Also, go check out
this,
Fox Soul. They have amazing content. Check out
yes,
TGIF with Claudia Jordan and Al Reynolds. They're currently looking for a third co-host. And so just check them out. They rotate their co-hosts weekly. And so just give them a shout out.
yeah. Oh, and this weekend I'll be going to see Wicked, as this weekend is my birthday. I'll be turning 21 again.
Ooh, huh? Okay. Yeah.
All
I'm going to leave that alone. Thank you and good night.
right, good night, y'all.
All right. See you guys later.